Yo, how is everyone doing? My name is Kabani, and I am here today to bring you another Hearthstone deck, guys. This is our daily deck, and this comes from a user on Hearthstone. Let me just bring up this guide real quick, called Pyrolistical. I chose this deck because I think it's really amazing. It's a zoo deck, of course, but the way he explains things makes a lot of sense to newer players or players who aren't as good, such as me. I'll be posting a link of this deck on Hearthstone in the description, but you know, credit to the deck does go to Pyrolistical. We have our basic zoo cards. A little change is the Hellfire. It's to help against board clear of other aggro decks because of their commonality instead of the current meta. If you notice, we don't have any Naxxramas cards inside this deck. It's because this deck isn't fully updated to Naxxramas, but it works well without the cards. If you were to take out cards for Nerubian Egg, you wouldn't really have enough triggers for it. You do have the Abusive Sergeant and the Cleric and such to trigger it, but it's just better without it, I feel. You need the Shield Bearer to protect you from damage, and I've tried to adapt it to fit Nerubian Egg or Haunted Creepers inside it, and it just didn't really work too well. But anyway, let's play a quick ranked game, guys, and see if I have learned anything about this deck. I played Zoo a lot, as you can see I'm level 22. It's not a high level, but you know, it's a decent level. And yeah, let's just check this out. So sometimes the game freezes a little right before finding an opponent. I'm not sure why this is. Seems to be with everyone. Seems to not just be my fault. Or my problem, I mean. Let's see, we got a Priest. Okay. So we have Coin. I don't want Cleric. I don't want two Clerics, so I'm going to mulligan both so I don't get stuck with... Okay, so we do have a Young Priestess. We have a Voidwalker, so, This is a very interesting deck. And definitely an interesting hand. I'm not really sure about what deck he's running, because we do see a Shield Bearer. Soulfire would be a pretty nice card to draw right now. It'd give us a lot of dominance on the board. If we can clear that Shield Bearer. He seems to be running maybe an aggro deck. I'm not even sure. Not really sure what kind of deck runs the Shield Bearer as Priest. Seems like a very awkward deck combination. I could clear his Shield Bearer. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to clear that. I'm afraid of a consecration, so I'm not going to play Young Priestess yet. It's consecrate. Could be coming up very shortly on the next turn. I don't want to overload my board with shit. We do have a Nerubar Wave Lord. Nerubar. Yeah. Somewhat of a problem, but not really that much. I think now we'll opt to player that square, life tap, trade, and just go face. We can't really clear Nerubar right now, so if we get a Soulfire, that'd be a pretty efficient way to clear him. There's no real worth way to clear him without giving away shit ton of shit. His one attack's actually a huge thing. You see a Nerubian Egg, which is interesting. Okay, so we have Young Priestess. So I'm gonna double Young Priestess, Shield Bearer. He might have consecration, but I have double priestess, so it's kind of okay, because I'm kind of raising my monsters hopefully soon out of range of getting consecrated. We have flesh-eating ghoul. Oh shit. That is sort of a problem. I just see a wisp plates too. It's an interesting deck this guy's running. I'm not really sure what it is. It seems like, ooh, seems like some sort of aggro-ish deck. But let me think about this turn real quick. Okay, so I had Soulfire Narrow Bar. Gave away the coin, which is okay. I don't want to trade my young priestesses because they're still creating value on the board. And if he doesn't have consecration, I'm in a really good shape right now. Okay, cleric, so he's gonna run that into something. Activate as the Rubian. The main concept of Zoo is you want to control the board, so do a lot of good trades. So I do have a 0-5 that he can't really easily clear. That's actually really good for me. I think I win. I don't think he has any response to this master spell. That's a problem. That was like one thing he could do to respond. He's gonna clear one of my young priestesses now. Activate his 4/4 to Rubian Egg. I thought there wasn't a lot of things he could do, but I suppose that's one of them. Fuck. That thing is going to be really hard to clear now. I suppose play Ardent Squire, Doomguard. I think I have to do that. Consecration won't kill Doomguard. It'll keep my shield bearer and my other thing alive. So he's gonna death that. Sort of expected. Frostwolf Rot, so he's definitely gonna clear my young priestess. I'm not in too much trouble. Just oh wow. That's could be good. Yeah, this is actually really good. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'm in a really commanding lead now. I'm pretty sure the priest doesn't have much he can do. Light Spawn, Frostwolf. Yeah, I win next turn. Pretty sure I win. That signifies it. With that knife juggle, that would have... I mean, if he had more health, the knife juggle would have been, like, a good thing, but we still won. I'm not really sure what kind of deck he was using, so I think we're going to play one more game, guys, just because that deck was really weird. And I just want to signify that this is a really good deck, and beginners should be using this deck. It's a really good deck to teach how to trade efficiently, and the double Hellfires is so good for board clear. So this deck's really good against other aggro decks right now. Is the meta also. So if you see a lot of those, I would definitely suggest running into this. Speaking of aggro, we might be running into one right now, as paladin is a pretty good aggro class. I guess we'll keep our wolf alpha mulligan for a one drop. Okay, we got Elven Archer. It's not a terrible one drop. It's probably the worst we have, but I guess we don't really have any choice. I would prefer not to play Elven Archer as a one drop, but I don't have too much of a choice. We'll see if he's aggro in probably the first 2 turns. Okay, so we play that Direwolf Alpha, which is really good. And we got a Cleric follow-up turn. So, what I'm thinking of is if this guy's running aggro, he's going to be running cards like Nerubian Egg, Haunted Creeper. He's going to be running cards like Abusive Sergeant and stuff like that. So now it gets tricky. Do I want to attack that and clear the Nerubian Egg? I could. I think I might. Yeah, I'm going to. That's a really good turn, I think. I got rid of a Nerubian Egg, and I have pretty dominant board control. And I was just realizing I was saying consecration against priest. Wow, I'm sorry guys, I'm fucking stupid. Holy Nova. God damn, I am sorry. I'm so fucking tired and stupid. Consecration's a fucking pally card. I knew that, I was just being stupid. Fuck. Sorry for the stupidity, guys. My play makes me look a lot better than my fucking mouth does right now, I'll tell you that. Oh my god. It's gonna hammer Wrath, that wolf. Guy seems like he's pretty decent, but I don't know yet. Maybe Cleric Lifetop, I think, is the right thing this turn. Set up for a more aggro-ish turn next turn, when we'll be able to do the Dwarf, the Sergeant, and the Flame Imp all on the same turn, which is a really strong combo. If he doesn't clear my board, which he probably will with Consecration, which Paladin does have, unlike Priest. I'm probably going to put something in the description or like an annotation or something, because that is such a big mess up. Oh my god. So I'm definitely going to clear that Grizzly. He's going to be a Grizzly dude, which is an okay turn for him. Yeah, I'll just use that, and then I will I'll get him down to 11. I'm kind of playing in the Consecration, but I think I'm still okay. So I have Doomguard and I have Hellfire, which will leave me in a pretty good spot. With Doomguard and Darkguard Dwarf, I have a lot of damage on the board. The Consecration won't really answer. She's got Pint Size, Summoner, Argus, That's a pretty good play. I'm going to be doing those zoo trades I talked about earlier. So I'm trading this dude. It's an okay trade. Okay, so I want to keep my cards alive if possible. Oh shit, I should use Beast of Sergeant. I kinda misplayed that. Did I? No. I killed it with an Abusive Sergeant. Okay. I thought for some reason I like misplayed that somehow, but I guess I just life tapped. I should have life tapped before the trades, but it's whatever. I'll keep that Dark Iron Dwarf set up for next turn lethal. This turn's gonna be turn 8, turn 9 I would definitely have lethal. But non-giant. So that's 6. 8. Now I have lethal. And GG. For a second there, I didn't realize that I had lethal, but there we go, guys. Pretty good play from Zoo. There isn't too much to say about it. If you want to see another one of my Zoo decks real quick, this is my custom-made Zoo deck. I think I might take Blood Knight out of this and put in Hellfire in the current meta. Before, on the first wing of Naxxramas, Blood Knight was really good because they were still running the same basic Zoo with Scarlet Crusader. But instead, the Zoos aren't running Scarlet Crusader as much as they did before, so it's not as good of a card. And they're not running Arching Commander as much. So I think I would take Blood Knight out. But yeah, I'll send you guys the deck list as usual in a form of a link to Hearthstone. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Like the video, subscribe, do all that shenanigans, and comment on the video if you want. Comment on Reddit, comment on Twitter, whatever you gotta do. My Twitter is Moise Kabani without the J. It's the same thing as my YouTube thing. I'll post a thing to my Twitter also. But thank you very much, guys, and have a nice night.